16 now, and they're competing to be crowned the next Miss Georgia and represent the state in the Miss America pageant. Miss Cobb County Victoria Hill, Miss Lake Lanier Shannon Murphy, and Miss University of Georgia Holly Haynes are here this morning to fill us in on what's ahead. Good morning, beautiful ladies.
Good morning. Hey. Thanks for having us.
Yes, glad to have y'all here today. Okay, so since there are three of you, I want to know just a little bit about each of you. Where are you from and where do you go to school? Start down here.
I'm from Marietta. I'm about to be a senior at Kennesaw State University, where I am a theater and performance study major.
Okay.
I'm from Suwanee, Georgia, and I actually just graduated from the University of Georgia in May.
Congratulations.
Thank you, with a marketing major and a fashion merchandising minor.
Okay.
That's so awesome. Thank you. I'm Victoria, and I'm a junior at Reinhardt University, and I'm studying vocal performance.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start with you, Victoria. This is your first year competing in Miss Georgia. How are you feeling? It's just a few weeks away now.
Oh, I'm so excited and nervous, and there's so many emotions, but I'm very, very excited. I've met so many wonderful women, and the program is just incredible, and I cannot wait to see what the next couple weeks brings.
Love that. And what about you? What about you, Holly? You had a chance. You were top 10 last year, so going back for it again this year.
Yes, I was actually the top 15 my first year, so I'm just getting better and better each year, and I think honestly it's just becoming more confident in who I am and my abilities, and just really focusing in on who I want to be as Miss Georgia, and that was really my strategy last year.
What's your strategy, Shannon? What are you keeping in mind this year?
I'm a really goal-oriented person. Last year was my first year competing, and I set the goal for myself that I wanted to make top 15, and I did.
Yeah.
And so this year, you're only as good as your last performance, and so it's taking that finish line a little bit further. So this year, my goal is top 10.
Love it. Love it. Love the goals that you ladies have set for yourselves. And you mentioned, raising the bar, and you mentioned performing as well. So talent is a huge part of the competition. So what are your talents this year?
I sing opera.
Okay.
I just sing. I'm singing jazz vocals.
I love it.
Jazz vocals. It's going to be very fun and entertaining.
Okay.
That's awesome. Well, I'm studying opera, so I'm going to be singing an aria.
Nice. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out why we didn't have the three of you singing a song together since we have three singers here.
Trio right here.
All three voice parts.
It would have been perfect. It really would have. So, you know what? It's been several years since Georgia had a Miss America. It was 2015. Betty Cantrell was Miss Georgia, went on to bring home the Miss America crown. Is it time? What do you think? There's Betty there.
Georgia has the greatest girls. Absolutely.
Overdue. This could be the year that Miss Georgia captures the crown again. So we've already talked about talent being a huge part of the competition. So is the platform aspect of the Miss America organization. I know that each of you have one that's near and dear to your hearts. So Shannon, let's start with you.
My platform is the Consensual Project, which is an organization that aims to bring innovative consent education into schools as a means of combating sexual violence, assault, and rape.
Very important, especially talk about nowadays.
Yes.
My goodness, important to get that out. How about you, Holly?
My platform is Girl Empower, which focuses on the mentoring and empowerment of young girls, specifically 5th through 8th grade, and really just instilling self-confidence in them and building up their self-esteem. Okay,
what about you?
My platform is See the Need, Meet the Need. And what I want to do is inspire servant leadership in young people and promote Kiwanis International, and also provide for young women as they're aging out of foster care.
Wow, very important. So good to hear all of you that are actually working on these platforms and making a true difference. So I have one more question for you. What would be your advice to young ladies who are considering doing what you're doing right now and having platforms and working on their talents and maybe even competing in Miss Georgia? What would you tell them?
Yeah, well, I mean, I would encourage them, because this is the first time I have done anything like this, but it has helped me grow as a person and be able to work in my community to help children all over the state of Georgia. And so it's not only great for your community, but it's great for your career and just you as a person to be able to become a more well-rounded woman.
Yeah, I think it really goes back to setting goals for yourself, and there's not many things where you can combine your intellect and your talent and your heart all into one thing. And so for me, Miss UJ was actually my first prelim 3 years ago, and so to go from not making the top 5 in that to actually winning Miss UJ just really shows how much this organization grows you. So I would just encourage girls, it's not about winning, it's about growing with yourself.
Yeah, don't give up.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you, Shannon?
I'd say remember what it's all about. The 4 points of the crown are style, service, scholarship, and success. And I think, as you've seen by us talking about all of our platforms, that it really is a central part of our experience to give back to the communities that we serve. deserve with each of these titles.
There, you know what, Georgia would be lucky to have any of you represent the state at Miss America. So
thank
we wish all of you the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yes.
for having us.
Thank you so much for coming in today. And the Miss Georgia pageant will be held in Columbus on Saturday, June 16th. Victoria, Shannon, and Holly with us today. It's 9:22 now. Coming up on Good Day Atlanta, Kim Kardashian. She goes to Washington, apparently. The reality TV star